Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title, we're doing another multi-palette, multi-look video. It's long. If you can hang tight and you have the time to watch, I would greatly appreciate it. If you need to skip, I understand that as well. What is the concept of the crazy troll nation? The crazy, just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self, whether in videos or in real life, preferably both. Just being who you are and not feeling like or thinking you need to be like something or someone else. And the troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain tool, a certain brand, or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to, because you need to be satisfied with how your makeup looks. Here, the bottom line is self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Listen, y'all, love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. That's the concept of the crazy troll nation. Being your authentic self, rocking what you want to rock, and knowing that you're okay. Yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, this video is hella long, so let's just get into it. Today is February 27th. We're going to start with Holiday Cocoa Chapstick. The entire face is done. Lower lash line. We have NYX retractable eyeliner, and the shade is aqua green. And on our inner rims, we have NYX retractable eyeliner, and this is deep purple. So I'm kind of rushing. This is a get ready with me, but I didn't want to do the whole face as a get ready with me because I'm going to add another clip onto this video, maybe two. We are using some kind of haunted again because I'm still trying to get a feel for it because I'm really not feeling it. And I do like the looks that I did with it, except that they're very like grayscale, light toned. And I have other stuff that I can do grayish and smoky looks with. And so I don't like dupes in my collection. And even if the palettes don't look the same, if the looks I'm doing are the same or very similar, I'm like, why keep, the other palette or the one that I'm not really feeling? And so I'm using this again just to see what else I can do with it because I'm really not feeling it. And this is the Fenty primer, of course. And I'm also going to do another look with what is that? The Poltergeist. I do see me keeping the Poltergeist more than some kind of haunted, because Poltergeist, I want to see as I keep using it, are the shadows, the color's going to change because of the swirls and all of that stuff. So that gives me a little bit of excitement just to see, is it always going to be what it is right now? This palette, I do like that it is more straightforward, but it being straightforward as far as the color story, it takes out the excitement of, ooh, what's going to happen? And this red shade, every time, and even when I wipe it off, when I close it again, it just comes back, and that is very annoying. But this is what the color story looks like. This one, and this one are not original to the palette because they shattered. This one, though, didn't shatter, but it was a topper and it did not show up on me at all. So I was like, why are you here? So we are going to use shadows from this palette that are original. So we're going to take Wandering Soul. I have my tacky label up here. So we're going to take Wandering Soul, this shade here. We're using a flat shader brush, a wide flat shader brush. And these are pretty colors. But I really just am like, can I do these looks with something else? That is very, oh, that's a dual chrome because it's looking more purpley bluish here. Well, down here I'm seeing like a purpley blue and then like a pinky purple here. So I do like this, and I'm glad that I saw that shift. So this means I probably need to just put this either all over the lid or like 2/3 of the lid so that the shift will show up. You can see it here, how this is more purpley than here, or more of a blurple, as they say. And so I do like this, and this is exciting me. And I know part of the problem is me, because if I'm putting on like 4 shades on the lid, if they're dual chromes or multi-chromes, you're not going to see the shifts. And so that's a me thing that I do accept and understand. And so sometimes less is more. And when I tapped off, there's a lot of stuff on my cloth down here. Now we're going to take departed. And I'm wondering if I did something like this look before. I did not look to see what I did with this palette before. This is my third look with this palette. This is nice in the sense that this shade blends in with the shift from the first shade that we put down. And so I am overlapping, but it's really not necessary. So like how you see this is more purplish here, that's what this looks like over here. So it does just kind of blend in. So it's still just, I don't know. So I'm back to where I was. Because if I put a base under that first shade and took it all the way over, would it look like this anyway? Like, would this look like the shift anyway? So this part of the shadow here, from what I'm seeing down here, looks like this. So it's blending into the same shade. And I probably need to just calm down and just just enjoy the looks instead of still feeling like I need to declutter more of my collection. I did a radical declutter, and so it's like, how much more do I want to get rid of? I just don't like doing a look and being like, this looks like something else. But these do blend together. It does add to the multi-chrome, dual chrome aspect of the first shade. And so I do like it. So I need to just chill out, right? Right. Now we're going to take Disembodied, this shade here, and we're going to put that on the outer corner. And this palette is easy to work with. As you see, it just went on with no problem. This is just super easy. Yes, I think I just need to chill out. And I am glad I'm still using it. And I knew before, I said, I just need to keep using it. That's pretty. So, but that's my thoughts. Let me know if you have thoughts of palettes and then you're like, I don't know if I want to keep it. And then you make a conscious effort to use it to see if your feelings change. Who I think is Jazz. She does, I think, 10 looks with the palette, 10 tries and goodbye, or 10 tries or goodbye, or something like that. And so she really puts in work with her palettes before she decides whether or not she's going to keep it, like if she's on the fence about it. And I do like that. So I know people do that. But if I'm feeling like, okay, I'm done with something, or I'm almost done with something, that shadow, there's a lot of fallout on my cloth down here, but it's not really, there's a little bit on my face, but not much. But on my cloth down here from tapping off, these shadows are soft. Not super soft like the two that actually crumbled that were like hella super soft. I'm going to take this, I don't know if this will be too light for underbrow bone. So I was thinking this, but that might be too dark. But we're going to do this one because if I go light, this is a matte shadow. This is uninterrupted. So we're just going to tap in lightly because I don't want to make this super dark up here. And I think this might be too light, but then it might have turned out to be the better shade to put here. But don't be afraid to just put stuff places and just see what happens, because if this is too dark, you can always go back with a lighter shade and put on top of it if you have time to experiment. Like if you're rushing out the door to go to work or somewhere, then that might not be a good time to experiment. But if you have time to do something just to see like what happens, just see what happens. We're going to take the brush that had that center shade on it, and we're not adding more on the brush. We're just tapping up a little bit higher. And we're going to do the same thing here, just to get it more rounded. And it did what I wanted it to do. So this is a very pretty look. I like smoky. It is smoky. We're going to brighten it up. We put that aqua green underneath because we're going to take Otherworldly, this shade. So we're going to put a pop. It would make sense to keep it in the color family to use this one, but y'all know I like to do different stuff. So we're going to take Otherworldly on just a pencil brush. What we use for our brow bone, this is just a semi-tapered. That was a semi-tapered blending brush. I'm sorry. I was thinking if I should use a different brush for this, and so that's why I was hesitating in my speech, because this is, I don't want it to flake up into my eye. I am going to put my contacts in before I leave. This is pretty. This is pretty. This green looks like one of my lethal shadows. And so I'm looking at it like, so I'm looking at the entire look like, oh, a piece of shadow got in my eye. I could feel it. Oh shoot. But it feels like just one, and it's just rolling around trying to find where to come out. I do like this. I like the pop underneath. I don't have any fallout, so I'm just doing this out of habit. This eye is going to start tearing because I can feel that piece of shadow rolling around. So we have this on the first portion of the lid, this on the second portion of the lid, which blends into that one. And we put this on our outer corner, and we put this under our brow, and this for lower lash line. So I do like the look. I do. Yeah, I just need to just calm down. I'm going to edit out eyeliner for upper lash line. We're going to take Inglot number 86. Yeah, we're playing off with the green. Do I want to do that with you here? Where are we for time? We're 9 minutes for time. How many videos am I going to do for this clip? I don't know. I'm going to edit this out, put on mascara. We're going to do a black lip. We're still in Black History Month. And then I need to fold this cloth over because this powder is everywhere. And then we will be back with the finished look. This is our finished look, y'all. I did spray my face again. I sprayed it after I did the base face and put the liner underneath and on my inner rims. And I just did another quick spray with the Scandinavia spray. I like this look, y'all. I do. And I'm realizing I just needed to calm down. And I am glad that I made it a point to use this again. Because it was, as you saw, extremely easy to do. The colors go on fine. They are on the softer side, but not super soft. There is, when you tap off your brush, there is a lot of fallout from these shades. But just have a cloth down on your station where you tap off your brush. But you see, everything worked fine. Everything went on. I am a little kind of like, that this shade blends into that one. No, this shade blends into this one. And so, I mean, they are in the same color family, but I do like it because it does just seem like it's adding to the multi-chrome effect of that shadow. And so it's looking like I didn't put a lot of work into it. And the gradient is amazing because it does blend into that same kind of shade. And so I do really like the look. I like how this shade, even though you can see it shift over into the first shadow I put down, this blue right here just stays. Like wherever you turn, like here you see it pop out. When you turn this way, it pops out. So I really like that. I like this for the outer corner because y'all know I like dark in the outer corner. I think the green for the upper lash line was a good choice, and it plays off of the green underneath. If I wasn't doing a black lip, would I have gone green? I think I may have gone green. I may have used Dark Forest, which to me is like a blackened green. On deeper skin tones, this does look more green, and I wish it was more green on me, but I do like it. And so I'm going to get out of here, go to this munch, probably have a salad. Oh, I almost dropped my liner. But thank you for being here and hang tight. You will see me with another look with another palette, and I'm not even sure what I'm going to use yet. So hang tight and you'll see me again in a moment. Today is February 28th. And on our lower lash line and upper and lower inner rims is Matte Color Excess Gel Pencil Eyeliner, and the shade is Stage 5 Clinger. We have on all the other usual stuff. This is Cotton Candy. No, it's not. It's Candy Cane Chapstick. I'm a little out of it. I slept weird because it was cold and then it was hot. And even now in my apartment, it says it's 74. Even though the thermostat is set on 69 because it's warm out. But anyway, thank you for being here. We are using Whistler Snow Lodge palette. This is what it looks like. This will be look number 6 with this. And we're just going to do some things. And so we're going to start off with Berry Cool, which is this shade here. And that's going to go on the majority of the lid. This is my outdoor. It's sort of like a hoodie sweatshirt type thing. I am actually going somewhere. You guys have been getting ready with me quite frequently. And I'm thinking like, wow, like I'm really like going out more. Because look, last night you know, I went out. It was interesting. The munch was interesting. I'm looking at this like, why did I think to put this on the majority of my lid? Because y'all know I like dark, but we're gonna do some things. We're gonna do some things. Um, yeah, I looked at the palette last night and I figured out what would go where, but now I'm like questioning my choices. Because this would be more for me, just this part of the lid and not all over the lid. So I'm just like, what was I thinking? I don't know. Let me know if you're liking these multiple palette videos. I'm trying to keep things interesting because I know I'm predictable and my collection is not that large and I don't do the new release stuff and all of that. So I'm trying to think of interesting ways to use what I have to encourage you to use what you have and to know it's not always about all the new stuff, even though it's fun. And just looking at color stories of newer stuff and even stuff that I show you that isn't so new. Just seeing if you can dupe it. So I'm going to show you this again. Like, this is the color story. So if you have greens, blues, both mattes for blues and shimmers, and for greens, this is Powder Specialist. This is a dual chrome. This, I think, I forget what color it pulls on me. And if you have like a mid-tone greenish brown, this shade of gold, different tones of like, this is orangey, a red shimmer, a coppery shimmer, and I don't know if this is matte black. It's looking like it's a smoke gray. In the pan, it looks black, but looking where you are, it looks like a grayish green. So, but if you have these tones, these shades, you can do this look. So I do encourage you, when you see things, to think about what you already have. So a mousse, we're going to put this on the outer corner. Excuse me, that was an internal hiccup. Why did I think this was going to be darker? This is one of my, this is one of my favorite Nomad palettes. It survived my radical declutter. And I'm still looking at what else I can get rid of, like seriously. Because I really like having less things because then I'm using more of what I actually like really, really, really love and thinking of new ways to use them. And we are going to get into palette bingos. So that'll be interesting as well because the bingo determines what shades I use. This blended together really nicely. I like this combination. But I am still questioning like having this gold like all over the lid though. I really am. Like, who am I putting a gold all over the lid? So I'm bringing this brown, even though that's the shimmer too, further in. We're going to get funky later. We're going to put a red on our upper lash line, and that's why I put this shade underneath, because I just wanted some funkadelic vibe somewhere, some punk vibe somewhere. These shimmers do give fallout. The blend is nice. Wow. This is a really nice formula. And dare I say, I'm kind of missing the old Nomad days because I know they're venturing into new territory with stuff, which is really good because they're growing. But because of some of their formulas they're using, I'm not able to use their stuff, and so that makes me a little sad. But anyway, can't have everything and use it well. Now we're going to take Snow Bunny, this shade here, for the first half of our transition area, and we're just going to use this kind of like fan brush. These two brushes were just wide shader brushes that we used for the first two shades. So Snow Bunny, I have not done this combination before because this is a blue. So I'm like, why did I want to put this here? I'm using this brush because it's thin and I can just stamp it where I want it, as you see. And we're done. And let me tap on the other side first before I do some blending. And so I'm just tapping it just above that gold line, about halfway over. And now we're just going to buff on the line of where the two shades meet. And that's what we're going to do there. I do have a t-shirt on under this hooded sweaty thing. I don't know if they call this a cow neck or what. But I wasn't confident I was going to be able to get this on without messing up my face. So I went ahead and put it on, and I am hot. I mean, I know I'm sexy hot. I do know that. But, like, I'm physically hot with this thing on. And so I'm hoping, I think it's, like, in the upper 50s outside. So I'm hoping I'm not, like, super sweaty when I go out later. I do have radiant light under my eyes and to finish the face and the Scandinavia spray, of course. But I'm seeing little speckles down here. Oh, and also the highlighter. So I don't know if what I'm seeing is all of that stuff or if it's fallout. So now we're going to take, for Fox's sake, this shade here. So this is where we're getting into a little bit of color. And we're also going to put this on our lower lash line too. So we're gonna see. I am tapping off. I'm a little intimidated because I'm liking the look, and I do want to add color, but I don't want to look crazy. Oh, that's cute. Sometimes y'all, I'm just like, I don't know, and then once I do it, I'm like, oh. So I'm just doing a thin line because I don't. And this side is thicker because I usually don't know like how something is gonna look. So now we're just going to go back and just lightly feather back and forth on the line and the top edge of where we just placed this shade. This is different. And we're going to sweep in between, well, not in between, but where the two shades meet. Why do I feel like I'm leaning this way? You know why? Because I need to move my mirror down here. I am so smart. Instead of moving the mirror, I'm like tilting trying to see it in the mirror. I like this. Oh, this is different. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to buff on the line and the top edge of the red, which is for Fox's sake. And we're going to blend, going to go in between where these two shades are meeting. I like this. It's different, but y'all know I like different. Ooh, let me know if this is a look that you would do. I like it. It's very colorful, and I do like the depth that what was that? So a mousse would bring. And if I wanted to do a matte, I could have put this here. Which this, as I said, it looks brown in the pan, but up here where you're seeing, it looks kind of like it has a green undertone or like a olive undertone. And so, but I wanted more of a brown. And I could have put that black or that grayish black in the outer corner, but for some reason I was just like, let me do something I haven't done before. And so we're doing something we haven't done before. So now we're going to take, this is going to be wide, this brush, and we're going to take, for Fox's sake, this same shade, and we're going to put that on our lower lash line. Part of me wants to do this one. No, we're just going to do for Fox's sake. We're just going to keep things simple. And we're tapping off, and we are just going to put this on top of that gel pencil liner that's under here. I do think the other one would have added a pop because it is a shimmer, but I like this. And by the time we had the red up top, this is going to be nice. I think it's nice already. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you sometimes just put colors together and not being sure of how it's going to look, and then you're just like, wow, or you're like, yeah, no. Because sometimes I do looks and I'm like, yeah, I would do that again. And then sometimes I'm like, I would do it again, but I would tweak it. Or I would never do it again, period. But it's a learning experience, and that's why I encourage you to try new things, because you're going to learn something. You're going to learn you like it. You're going to learn you want to tweak it next time, or you'll learn you don't ever want to do that again. This is the, ooh. So we're going to edit out putting on, I like this, y'all, because it's different and it's colorful. I'm so glad we did this. We're going to edit out putting on number 79 Inglot Red on upper lash line. We're going to use the same MAC mascara that we've been using. Oh, black lip, because I'm thinking like, what? We're going to put on MAC's Caviar, and we're going to do another light spritz of the makeup finishing spray from Scandinavia, not Scandinavia, and then we'll be right back. This is our finished look. I did take NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner and Alien just to clean up the lower lash line on the bottom. We did everything else that we said we were going to do. Oh, I didn't re-spritz my face. Yeah, baby. So this is the look we have. I am absolutely digging it. And I wonder why, maybe it's a self-confidence thing, why I'm so apprehensive sometimes to do a look. And I'm like, I don't know. And then when I do it, I'm like, wow. So maybe I need to be like, we're going to do this bomb-ass look, even when I'm feeling like, I don't know. So anyway, this is the look that we have for today. I am absolutely digging it. Part of me is looking forward to going back to a non-black lip just to see, like, if I really miss it. Because I really feel like I could do a black lip, like, every day. And I really could, because it's my favorite lip color for me. And I do think a black lip rocks any eyeshadow look. But I'm just wondering, like, am I going to declutter my other lipsticks? And I'm looking at my glosses. Like, so for the whole month of, well, most of February, because in the beginning of the month, I was topping, you know, a gloss over the black lip. But once I just been keeping just the black lip matte, this stuff has just been sitting here. And I'm just like, why are you here? So I'm going to have to really think about that. So we'll see, like, once we get back to using other lip combinations and lip products. But let me know what you're thinking about this look. Again, this is what Whistler looks like. I do think it's still available. My non-affiliated code, Dion, D-I-O-N, does get you 10% off your order. Non-affiliated meaning I do not receive any commission, but you will still save some money on it. And so if you're interested in this, I do really think it's still available. And if not, just look at the color story, y'all, because I can almost guarantee you got some of these colors. And so let me know if you would do a look like this. I do think the red up top was a good choice. It adds a little punk element. It adds to the red up here. It ties in underneath. And I'm just really digging it. And so we're going to go. Hang tight. You'll see me in a few moments with another look. Today is February 29th, the last day of Black History Month. So I had to do this video today. Sugar cookie. Sugar cookie flavored and scented chapstick. Y'all, I got so many compliments on the look I did yesterday. I admit it was bomb. Even though I was like, why am I putting gold all over the lid? But with all the other stuff and all the other colors, like, people were digging it. And people were like, is that red? Like, looking at me like that because of the liner. Oh man, I loved it. So yeah, I need to exude more confidence in my looks. So this one we're using Circo Loco. I do think we're going to do a fourth look because each clip was about 10-12 minutes and my usual videos are like 40-50. So I think we can squeeze in another look. And so Circo Loco means the crazy circus. And I have a look that's been written out in here on my paper for a while, quite a few looks. And so I picked one. So we're going to just go for it. And I am excited about it. This is what it looks like. I'm excited. I am. So we're going to start with Aerialist, this shade here. And that's going to go on our tear duct area, which is strange because I have another. Oh, no, I don't. I thought I had another shade for tear duct area. This is just a thin, not wide shader brush. So we're just going to put that right here. Look at, oh man. Ooh, look, oh, goodness. Today has been a day. I was up way earlier than usual because I had appointments at the VA hospital, my eye appointment. It was something in my right eye because they did dilate my eyes too. So he saw something that he wants to check. So I have another appointment in 3 months because they want to check and see if that has improved. There's an area where blood wasn't flowing properly. And so he just wants to check it and see, make sure that that's okay. My prescription has not changed, which is awesome. Yeah, because they had already ordered me a replacement pair of glasses because the ones I have, the frame around the lens, one edge of it pulled away from the glasses frame. And I was concerned that it was going to completely just fall apart. And so it's like a frame inside of a frame thing. And so they already did order that pair. So it's good that my vision didn't change. But even if it did, I've been wearing them all this time without a problem. So I'm like, okay. So now we're going to take electric, which is, yeah. So looking at this palette, I'm sure you have these shades. Blues, purples. These are both, this is definitely blue. This is blue with something. To me, it looks like it has a hint of green in it. I don't know. You have a lighter purple, darker purple, two oranges. One is a metallic, one is a matte. I think it's a creamy matte. These two look similar, but this has a bluish tint to it, or like a tealish tint to it. This one has a purple tint to it. And you have a hot pink and a pale pink and a pastel blue and whatever this shade is. And so, and this is, of course, as you can see, it's a goldish shade. So you probably have these. And so if you like this look, this is a super big shader brush. I haven't used it in a while, so I'm like, let me just go ahead and use it. But now that I'm using it, I'm like, this is huge. So I don't have a lot of control. This would be good for a one and done, like just all the way across the lid, but just trying to keep it right here, I'm realizing I'm having issues. And I have two of them, and I pulled out a second one for the next color we're going to put. So I don't know if I want to hang on to this for if I ever do a one and done, but this is not giving me any type of control. It's so weird. Do we have transition shade? No. So I'm going to, yeah, this brush is too big. I'm not going to say too big, but I'm not having a lot of control with this brush. Yeah, I'm really not. So, yeah, I'm really not. I'm going to switch brushes. After I get this one, I'm not going to use the other one. I do have a brush giveaway coming up, and so I may put this one and the other one in the brush giveaway. And I do wash brushes after I use them. And of course, if someone's giving you brushes that you know are used, you know, wash them when you get them. And I even wash brushes, you know, when I buy them before I use them, because I don't know where they've been. Maybe they fell on the floor before they packaged it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, this is just, yeah, this is not giving me a lot of control. So I'm going to put that down. This one I didn't use, but I'm going to put that in my to be washed brush container, which is where brushes go after I use them. And I'm actually going to pull out two of the wider shader brushes. And with this one, I can get in here and overlap. The first one I was using was too big to even get in here. And I do like the feel of this better because it is giving me control. So I am overlapping with that first shade. Ooh, that's pretty. And we're doing the same thing over here just to get that blended. Ooh. Y'all, oh my gosh. I just been really enjoying doing looks, and I almost didn't do this look today. I feel like I say that a lot. I was just wiped out, as I said, up way earlier than usual, which means sleep deprived. And I put on The Predator to watch, the old one with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers. And somewhere during the movie, it's on Hulu right now, somewhere during the movie, like I fell asleep. And then I woke up and I'm like, oh, it's over. But I have seen it, you know, quite a few times before. So it's not like I'm like, oh, I missed it, I need to rewind it. But, and I put that on thinking I was probably going to doze off. And then when I woke up, my legs were really crampy. And I'm just like, what is going on? Now we're going to take Acrobat, this shade right here. And that's going to go in the second half of the lid. Oh, I have that for the crease and for inner corner. So why was I going to put that in here? Like, that doesn't make sense. Let's just see. I don't know what. You know what it is? I'm going to tell you what it is. When I look at looks, and if they're saying, you know, what the color is, and if I happen to have that palette, I'm thinking, oh, I can recreate that. But the thing is, because my technique is different than theirs, and for what I'm doing right now, most people use a blending brush. I use a shader brush, and I pack shadow on. And so when I recreate looks, they're always darker because I pack shadows on, and because I don't use blending brushes for my outer corner area, like it never looks like that. And so that's why I say, like, if you want to recreate a look, just make it your own, and don't be like, oh my gosh, it doesn't look like that. And when people say, oh, I'm going to recreate that look, I'm like, go for it. Those did kind of blend in together. I was wondering if they were going to do that. So we're using the top edge of the brush. I don't know if I really thought. Wait, what we use? Where's electric? What in the world? This shade, this is electric. This is acrobat. I don't think I thought they were going to look as similar as they do. From this angle, you can tell it has a little green in it, but when you look straight, they look the same. I don't know how I feel about that. Both of these are the creamy matte formula, which I love. They're either creamy matte or cream to powder, but I love both of those formulas. But I didn't expect, I do see more green with acrobat than electric, but like dead on, like it's looking like the same shade. And this tells me that I've never put these two next to each other before. Because I would have remembered, like, yeah, they look almost the same on the lid from certain angles. Like here, you see it kind of green, but when you look straight, like it looks blue. But my color perception is different than some people's. So I do know that as well. So, but we're still going to rock this look. Rock this funky joint. It's a hip hop song. I'll be thinking of just like random things, which in my mind connects because it was a song called Rock This Funky Joint. But you guys are probably like, what is she talking about? Oh yeah, she's a crazy troll. Just ignore her and watch her do the makeup. I'm looking at the shapes. This one I like. I did come down like to where my outer corner isn't straight out, where this one came down too far and then it kind of goes up. But we're going to leave it because we just leave stuff. We're going to go back to the brush that had electric, and we're just going to, I don't know, you know what I think? That the look that I saw, I think they must have took acrobat with a fluffy brush into the transition area because I don't know, because I had it for second half of the lid, outer crease, which my lid shades go up here, and I put them up there anyway, and for inner corner. So I'm like, why? I'm smiling because I like it. So even when you do try to recreate a look or you have a look written out, it may not turn out the way you want it, but that doesn't mean that it's still not nice. Yeah, so we're feeling blue today. And I know this isn't this shade on this brush, but because they're kind of blending in anyway, we're just going to blend it. I like this, y'all. I like this. I'm going to take the brush that had acrobat, this actual shade. We're not adding shadow on the brush, but we're going to do this because this seems to be higher up towards the brow bone. And I know my brows are distant cousins today. I like it. Wow. So now we're going to take this. I don't think I've done Joker for the lower lash line because this shade, but we're going for it. And this is adding color. This eye looks like it's tearing, and it was tearing before I started. This is just a regular, typical, semi-wide pencil brush. I don't know. Oh, that's nice. Oh, lower lash line and upper and lower rims is Sephora retractable eyeliner, waterproof, 12-hour. Did I say? I probably did. 04 matte terracotta. So this is what we're putting Joker on top of. Why am I acting like I don't have a mirror in this palette? And there's a mirror down here that I use. I got mirrors everywhere, and you would swear I'm mirror deficient. I'm taking this side further down. Oh, this is making me look sick. Like I'm sick. And I like it. So I'm gonna have to come over and do that to this side. So I am bringing it down like where my wrinkles are. And it does help camouflage. What does it, even if it doesn't camouflage, it distracts from, oh, those are wrinkles. Because it's like, oh, that color's pretty. You know who takes their lower lash line shades down far? And I love it. Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner. I like that she does bold looks. I don't think she does neutral looks at all. And she definitely doesn't do no makeup looks. But I really like her looks because they really are bold. And the way she does her looks, I forget that her eyes are hooded because of how she places her eyeshadow. So it just goes to show you, y'all, you can do what you want to do. You have to like it. And I do really love her looks because they all of them are like always just bold. And I like that. Ooh, Yeah, that looks sick. Like where it blends down, it looks like I'm sick. Like I should be in the bed drinking tea and eating soup. So now we're going to take Razzle Dazzle, this shade here, and we're going to take a, this is not the right brush. Wait a minute. We're going to take this smudger brush and go into, oh, should I start it here? Yep. Razzle Dazzle, this shade right here. And we're going to place this close to the lash line. So that's why we're using a smaller brush, just to put a little bit of shimmer close to the lash line. And I'm hoping it's not going to flake up into my eye. So doing this can be hazardous. Doing this decreases the chances of it flaking up into my eye. But when I do this, that's when I'm like, please don't go into my eye. Look how glassy this eye looks. So you may see a difference or you may not with Razzle Dazzle on top. So there's a little bit of shine close to the lash line where this side has none. This eye is tearing too. When y'all wake up, do your eyes tear too? Or is it just a troll thing? Well, that's not a valid question because if y'all watch me and y'all been here a while, y'all my troll kin. So just in general, like when you wake up, do your eyes tear for a little while? And then the heat kicked on, and because of that, that made my eyes tear too. I want to light another candle today. That berry one that I lit the other day, it smelled really nice. Some candles will smell really nice, and then like after an hour, I'm like, why are my eyes burning? Why are my eyes tearing? I'm like, oh, that darn candle. That candle was lit for hours. It did not bother me at all. And I think I found that at like Aldi's. And I'm just like, oh. And it's one of those three wick candles, which I really like. This is nice. I had written down to put cotton candy. Oh, we are going to still do that. This eye is tearing upward. What brush did we use for that? This one. So we're going to take Acrobat again. And since it's wet, hopefully it'll stick and stop tearing. Hopefully. And since we did that side, I only just took just a tiny bit. Yeah, this is wet. I can feel it. Yeah, that's wet. So we're going to take cotton candy because I really don't use these too often. I use this one less than this one. Listen, y'all, this is number 20. This is the 20th look with this palette. This is my second time having this one. And I am glad that it is. This eye is tearing. Oh, shit. I am glad that it's not limited edition. I'm taking some more Razzle Dazzle. And I'm putting it where it's wet. Shit, both of them are doing it. Damn. And so we're going to just, oh, this is cotton candy, which is not going to matter because it's going to get washed away in my tears and the brush is wet. Oh, man. That just took off that shadow. We're going to take some more Joker. We're just going to press it. What I'm hoping is that it'll just stay in the wetness and dry it up and just stay and stop tearing. Because as long as it keeps tearing, it's going to keep washing it away. And so that's why sometimes I normally don't even take the time I'm doing now to like keep re-adding shadow. And we're going to go back to Razzle Dazzle. Yeah, it's still tearing. It's not going to stop. Shit. Darn it. All right, so let's just get on with the look. So this is... You know what? I want something else. Oh, what if? I'm thinking like, what if I took some of Acrobat and put that over top? I do see the difference between Acrobat and Electric. Acrobat is more green and this is blue. But when you look straight though, I guess because you're only seeing just the center, it looks the same. I'm wondering if I want to take some of this. Shoot. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, yeah, we're going to take Acrobat. I don't think I've topped this over. We're not going to hiccup again. Excuse me, I probably will. I don't know. We're only going to take it like halfway because I do like that it's a dark look. I can feel it. Look at this. This is like way over here. Damn. So we're only going to take that to... Oh, that's nice. We're just going to take that to there. And you know, excuse me for smacking my lips. I'm just like disgusted at the tearing because I like this eye look and the tearing is like taking away from that. So We're going to take, we're just going to take this big brush that had that first shade on it, and we're just going to, did that have the shadow? This side had the shadow on it. We did not add more. So we're just doing this just to blend aerialist over that shade. I like this look, except for the tip. Now it's like way over here. But it adds to the sick look, right? Right? All right, so did I use that brush? So we're going to, no, we didn't use that brush, so that's going to go away. The brushes we used are going to go into the brushes to be clean. This is it for the eyeshadow. So what we're going to do, this is awful. You see, I don't even know what to do because this is a brush that had Joker. Unless just pressing it in and then it's just making it look like it's further down, making me look like I'm more and more sick, which is a vibe. So I'm just tapping it. You know, this can be a vibe. This can be a vibe. Yeah, this is all the way like down here. Oh gosh. Okay, so we're gonna go to Funky Town. We're going to, because it's Circo Loco, right? We're going to be crazy. We're going to take this Terrible Vision. I remember I was so excited to get this, and I've only used this. I haven't used it as much as I thought that I was going to. So we're going to put this on our upper lash line, and we're going to put on the MAC mascara we've been using. We're going to, Caviar, of course, black lipstick, and we're going to do another spritz, and then we will be back. I did think to do the red, but I'm like, you know what? No, we're going crazy circus today. So we'll be back when all of that is done. This is our finished look, y'all. And I did just dab under here, but it is what it is. I do think it goes with the vibe because it's the crazy circus. But yeah, that's looking horrible. I'm saying it goes with the vibe and then I'm like, it's horrible. I didn't switch the face again. We're going back with Joker. There is no foundation or concealer under here anymore, and this side is still tearing even though I just dabbed it. Like, this is just awful. This is just awful, and I'm still trying to pack more shadow in there for the sake of pictures. I don't even want to take pictures, but I do like the look. This turned out different than I thought because I didn't realize they were going to be that close. We're taking a brush with no shadow on it, and I didn't think to do this until just now. And we're just going to go in small circular motions just to blend this line out a little bit more. Even though I don't think it's super harsh, and sometimes it is a difference. I didn't think, look at this, y'all. It's not super harsh, and it was blended, but I just wanted to do a little bit more. Look at this, y'all. What the hell? I'm gonna still do the short and the real, and this is still going to be in the video, so that's why I'm going to still do the short / real. But I do like this look, though. I do wish it was more going on up top. I really didn't think these two were going to look that similar. I am glad that we put that inner corner shade over here. Look, now it's like, it's coming down. Look at, what the hell? So look, we're going to go hang tight, and you'll see before the fourth and last little question mark in this video. And let me know what you think. If you have Circo Loco, if you have these colors, if you're considering doing a blue look with orange liner and red underneath. From back here, it looks okay, but up close, it's like, girl, why are you crying? Because the circus ended and I'm sad. That's why. I'm a sad ass clown right now. But of course I love it with the lip. I'm babbling. I'm going to go. Let me know what you think. And you will see me in a moment. March 1st. Oh, I almost forgot chapstick. Cake batter, chapstick. I feel like I'm rushing this video. It's hella long. We're using one of the MAC limited edition palettes. This one is Squall Golds, and it is Sparkle Storm. So just check out the color story, dupe it for what you have if you like how this looks. And I'm going to do one eye on and one eye off because, as I said, this video is hella long. So we're going to take Snowbody's Angel, this shade right here. This lid is already primed, face is done, and this is going to go on the first portion of the lid. This is going to be a lighter type look. This is a pretty shade, though. I say it as if light shades aren't pretty, but it is. Yeah, that's really not there. Let me take a more dense brush And I had out different brushes, and I said, you know what? Black shadows usually go on well, which they always do for me. I didn't tap off this time, but because it is just a lighter shade, I'm taking a more dense brush to get it to show up a little bit more. And now we're going to take Glow MG, this shade down here. And you know what? I'm going to just take all denser brushes because I had out those, like that first one I used. And so I'm going to just go ahead and swap out the other ones right now. Oh, and I dropped one. So this shade here, Glow MG. And that's going to go on the center of the lid. I do like these palettes. Showed up different than I thought. I thought it was going to be a little bit darker, this shade, in comparison to this one. So that's why I put that here. And it's almost like nothing. Wow. All right, now we're going to take, what are we taking? Ice Skater Boy. This shade here. And this is going to go on the outer portion of the lid. I don't know why I remember this being darker. I think it might have been the combination of colors I used or where I put them. This is a very light ethereal look. Oh my gosh. What is happening to me? What am I doing? And not much blending is needed because everything is just kind of blended into each other. So that's nice. Now we're going to take Head to Snow, this shade here, and we're going to just do an outer V with this, and this will bring some depth to the look. So we're going to come straight over, down, and then in, so it's like a sideways V shape. And so that's what we're doing with this. I don't know what I thought. I really don't know. So that's there, and we're just doing this just to blend, and we are filling in just a little bit. So it's an outer V, but the V part is a little blended in. So this is how this is going to stay. I do like this, so hopefully I'll be able to get the other side the same. I'm going to bring this up some. I did not add more shadow on the brush, so we're just blending it upward. And so I do like this. Very, very different for me. We're going to take, like I said, this shade here, which I know is really bright. Oh, lower lash line, NYX retractable eyeliner, and the shade is gold. And on our inner rims, upper and lower, we have a Sephora collection, and this shade is 01 Black Matte. So this is on the inside of our rims. And so we're going to take a thick pencil brush, and we're going to press into here, and we're going to just lay this on top of that gold pencil liner. And this is what we're doing with this. And this is doing what I thought it was going to do. And because of that, we are going to take a stubby pencil brush and go into Malbec the Halls, this shade here. So this one we're just pressing in and wiggling, and we're going to put that as close to the lower lash line as we can. So we'll have the depth just up under the lash line, and then we'll have the lightness down here. So that's what we're doing for this look. So I'm going to edit out doing the other eye. That is all 6 shades in this palette, so I'm holding it for you to still just get another look for if you do like the color story. And I do see the gold liner showing through, which I do like. So it's a lot going on the lower lash line. We're going to edit out doing the other eye. I'm going to figure out eyeliner. Mascara, we're going to use the MAC. This is the only one I have open right now. Black lip, of course, even though it's March 1st today. So that'll be this one. Even though I want to do something else, I'll figure it out. I'll be back in a moment. This here is our finished look. This is what we have. We did go with the black lip for upper lash line. We used from Lethal. The shade is Phase. That's what is there. And we did use the MAC mascara. So this is it. Very different for me, but I do really like it. Everything went on very easily. Again, this is what the palette looks like if you want to try to dupe out the colors. Yeah, so that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for being here. Let me know what you think about the looks. Will you try to recreate any of the looks with what you have? And as always, yeah, I'm cutting this short because I know this video is hella long. So thank you so much for being here. Lots of information down below. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.